Hello everyone, welcome back to Chemistry CC for you. So today we are going to discuss about the Pune University MSc Chemistry entrance examination. I'm going to give you some key points about how the exam would be, and we'll discuss the syllabus a bit so that you'll be familiar with what are the topics that you have to focus on in the last few days. And I'm going to do that video which I promised on the different chemistry courses in the next 2 days. So I'll be doing it in two parts so that we will cover all the different areas. So let's begin. Let's focus on the Pune University entrance exam now. So about the test and the syllabus. The first point is the exam would have 100 questions with 2 marks each. So this I have about the marking scheme. I have asked about this to two different students who have already studied in this particular university, and they have done extremely well. And right now they are also doing PhD. So I have asked my colleagues regarding how the examination would be. So these are the informations that I have got from them. So 100 questions with 2 marks each. And these 100 questions would consist of only chemistry questions. Then specifically you need to understand that inorganic, physical and organic are already there. But here they are giving very much importance to a part called biochemistry. So usually what happens in most of the entrance examination, the biochemistry part will not be emphasized as this much important. It will be coming along with organic chemistry, like certain biomolecules will be studied and all those things, and it will be included in the syllabus of organic itself. They do not give you much emphasis on the biochemistry part. But here in this particular examination of the Pune University MSc Chemistry entrance, they are giving you specific emphasis on the part of biochemistry. So, as I have previously said, the best strategies of preparations of these were already discussed when I have given certain topics about the CUSET entrance and the Pondicherry University entrance examination that is applicable to here as well. So please try to watch all the shortcuts of inorganic and physical, and even the name reactions in organic chemistry that we have discussed. All those would be a good revision for you in the last few days. And biochemistry also, I have covered like 2 3 videos answering only the questions from biomolecules. It will be really helpful for you because all the videos are within 10 15 minutes in one day. If you spend 1 hour, you can cover more than 3 videos with so many questions. So you could watch all those. Then next key point is no negative marks. I hope that this has not changed yet. I have went through I have gone through all the points in their website of the Pune University. So what, as far as I understood, there is no negative marks, and 100 questions with 2 marks each would be asked, and there is no negative marks. And so this gives you an immense opportunity to just go with your answer. You could attempt every question irrespective of what your answer would be, whether it is right or wrong. You should attempt all the questions in Pune University entrance exam. Please read the instructions carefully because they may change the pattern anytime. But right now, as far as we have received the information, there is no negative marks, and so you are free to attend your questions. Then the next key point is the OMR examination does not exist. It is totally an online exam. This is just for the people who doesn't know about this. Now, just after this, I'm going to talk about the syllabus now. We'll check the PDF of the syllabus they have given, and they will go through the topics that you need to give more importance on the last few days. Let's go through that. So this is the syllabus for the MSc Chemistry entrance examination of Pune University. So let's take a look at each of these topics, and we'll discuss what are the important things that you should go through in the last few days. So in first part, basic principles and applications of quantum mechanics, particle in one dimensional box. This is very easy to cover. Okay, in particle in one dimensional box, you have to go for the equation of energy as well as momentum. These are the two things that you have to cover, and also how to find the normalization constant. These three things if you cover, you are good to go in the part of quantum mechanics. And angular momentum is very easy. It is MVR. And hydrogen atom, in hydrogen atom you need to know that the energy is proportional to Z square, or the atomic the number. the nuclear charge, not atomic number, it is nuclear charge. So that charge or all these things you have to remember in this part. Then in chemical kinetics, as we all know, we need to this order molecularity. These concepts are covered in a single video of 5 minutes, I guess. I have covered this. You can watch that. I'll give the link in the description box. You can cover most of these things till the half integral, all these topics in that part. Like within 5-10 minutes, you can complete all these parts. Then secondly, you need to have the effect on Arrhenius equation is very important. Then if you know the equations, then the related numericals are very easy to attend. Further, in basis of atomic structure, the shapes of the orbital is okay. I have already given in the shortcut video of inorganic chemistry. I have already given you about the shapes of the orbitals. Okay. Oh, and in the physical chemistry, the shape of the orbitals are not much important actually. It is okay to leave this part, but the hydrogen spectrum is very important. The Rydberg constant and all those parts, that is very important. So in this chapter, you should not leave the part of hydrogen atom spectra. Next, in electrolytic conductance, I would suggest you to go through the Kohlrausch law in the last few days, and also this variation of concentration. These things would be easy, but I am giving you last minute revision tips. So the topics that you should not leave before the examination, that are the things that we are discussing today. So in this chapter, you should go through the Kohlrausch law and its application. Then in thermodynamics, the free energy is very important. Then the equations of enthalpy, entropy, as well as their equation dependence on the pressure and temperature. This is very easy, and you can give this answers very quickly. Again, I have done all these in a. I'll give the playlist of all the physical chemistry as well as the inorganic chemistry and organic chemistry videos in the description box. Please watch them. I think you can complete it in one day, and all the important topics will be covered within that day. It is a guarantee from my part. Then surface chemistry, I would ask you to revise the shape of the adsorption isotherm. I say the equation and the shape, because one question would be from this part. So and also the equation for surface area determination. These are very simple. It takes 2 minutes to just memorize this part. Then in phase rule, you have to go through the one component system. The equation, the freedom, degree of freedom equation would be more important. Rest we will be not focusing right now, but most important things will be focused right now. Okay. Next, in the nuclear chemistry part will be we'll talk about the radio decay kinetics, which is okay, because if you know half the things so in the kinetics part, actually that equations can be even used to derive the equations in the nuclear chemistry part. Then what? The classification of nucleides, nuclear stability. Nuclear stability is very important. The magic number, you have to look at that part. Then in the last day revision, you should also go for the the binding energy. These are the things that you should revise once more in the last few days. Then in crystallization, the crystal system, which is about the tetragonal, all these things, you have to go through that. It will be very important. I have done a video on that. Then Bragg's method, that is the equation, that is very important, which is calculation of D and lambda. These things are very important in the part of crystal structures. Then in electrochemical cells, I would suggest you to go for the single electron potential and its calculation, as well as we'll also go for the solubility product of the sparingly soluble salt. Also EMF calculation, which is the Nernst equation, and the EMF calculation. Those things are also very important. And in electrochemical cells, there are a lot of things, but these are the major things that you have to go through. Thermodynamics of cell. These are the things for last minute revision, which you should not leave. You should study everything, but these are the things that you should not leave in any circumstances. So these are the topics. Next topic, in photochemistry, I would suggest you to go through the concept of fluorescence and phosphorescence. For the time being, that would be enough, because much of the questions are not asked from this part. Fluorescence, phosphorescence, that is from singlet to triplet, what is the transfer, all those things you can go through in the photochemistry part. Next, in inorganic chemistry, In inorganic chemistry, important topics, these are all very important. In molecular orbital theory, you need to know the MO theory, and also the non-bonding, the combinations. The energy level diagram is okay, but if this bond order and existence of molecule from bond order. So if bond order is 0, then what happens? Such a molecule does not exist. So this concept should be very clear to you. So the bond order calculation is very important in the molecular orbital theory part, and also the shape of the compounds are very important. That is also very important. Next, in coordination chemistry, almost all the topics are important, but I would suggest you to mainly focus on the portions where the ligand classification, which is ligand classification, like whether it is bidentate, monodentate, those, then which are the chelating ligands. Also, the coordination numbers, the geometries and the coordination number of these ligands. That is very important. Of the complexes, geometries of different coordination complexes with CN4 to coordination number 10. This is also very important. In chemistry of main group element, mainly you should focus on the topics that we have discussed previously, like in the P block elements. P block elements, what happens in the phosphoric acid, phosphorus acid, then nitrogen, how their properties changes, and all these things that you could cover in one of our video. Again, it will be there in the description box below. You could go and see that anytime you want. Then in chemistry of transition elements and coordination complex, mainly this bonding theories and spectral and magnetic properties. This is very important. The magnetic property, which is spin only formula. One question might come from this part, and also the 18 electron rule and the effective atomic number rule. These are also very important from this part. Then metal semiconductors and superconductors. For the time being, I'll leave this part because it is okay. Then further in the ionic solids, we should know the packing efficiency and all these things of the FCC, BCC, etc. Then next thing you need to know about the uh, problems based on the conversion of radii. This is very important, and radius ratio effect. These are very important. Should not leave this part. Then also Born-Landau equation and Born-Haber cycle. This is also very important, and its applications, again, these are very important topics. Further, in analytical chemistry, this is very broadly given. Separation techniques means mostly you have to deal with chromatography, which we have already done most of the questions from the part of chromatography. Then spectro and thermoanalytical method, it's okay if you don't want to focus on it on the last days, but if you could go through them, it is very good. But if you can't, it's okay. Then in bioinorganic chemistry, I have already told you multiple times what you have to focus on. You should try to understand what are the biomolecules used for oxygen transport and which are used for electron transport. These are the most important ones. I would suggest you to go through these two topics in the last days. Then in organic chemistry, let's talk about the strength of IUPAC nomenclature. You people are very well aware of it. You need not go through the last 2 days for that. These are just my suggestion. You can always go with your own method. It's okay. But here, the influence of solvent is one good thing, like whether in the polar solvent, how the acidity and basicity changes of the organic acids and bases. So these things are very important. And also in substituted acids, then phenols, etc. What really you have to do is you need to talk about the inductive effect, hyperconjugation effect, and all these things. If you know, you could do well with the organic acids and bases part. So if the conjugate base is stabilized, then it means the acid is very strong. And if the conjugate acid is stabilized, then it means the base is really strong. You should know this distinction. Then further, stereochemistry, geometrical isomerism and optical isomerism, very important. These are most important. And for cyclohexane, conformations also. This would be the very important things in stereochemistry of disubstituted cyclohexane. Then as I have already said, SN1 reaction, like whether the configuration, whether it will be inversed or this racemization, these things are very important. And if you know the stability of cation, carbocation and carbanion, these things would be easy. For in SN1 and SN2, like these things, inversion of stereochemistry and what are the reagents which will be giving these SN1 and SN2, these things would be very important. You should go through that. Then further, in reactions of unsaturated, you should go with the anti-Markovnikov's and Markovnikov's law. That would be the most important. Then in this is also very important, the cis and trans 1,2 diols, very important part. Then ozonolysis. So these are very important topics in the reaction of unsaturated hydrocarbons and carbon oxygen double bond. These are the must do topics. The other topics are equally important, but it would be good if you revise this part. Then in elimination reaction, again, E1, E2 and E1 CB, just like what you have done for SN1 and SN2, you have to understand the rules and also how the reactivity changes. That is very important. Then in aromatic and electrophilic substitution, Friedel-Crafts reactions are very important. Then addition, elimination. Mostly one question about the benzene would be asked. I am very sure one question about benzene would be asked. So elimination addition reaction is very important. And also about the effect of substituent group, which is about ortho para groups and all these things, like the activating, deactivating groups. These are very important in the part of aromatic and electrophilic substitution. Then further in the carbanions, this I have already said. All this reaction I have covered in the videos. You could just go through those videos and you will understand all this part. About the Wittig reagent, all the reagents, you will be very clear. Again, this part also, we have covered this both the topics in very little number of videos. That will be really helpful for you. Just watch them. I'll give the link in the description box. Then the spectroscopic methods, I would suggest you to go through the vibrational and electronic level, and also that would be doing for the time being. For the last few days it will be good, and also it would be good if you could look at the regions of different IR frequencies, okay, like of different functional groups of carbon, CO, COOH, what is the difference. That will be really good. And in biochemistry, this is a very interesting topic actually, because in biochemistry they are seriously giving you much emphasis on each of these parts. In amino acids and proteins, what you need to understand is what are primary, secondary and tertiary structures. That would be most important in amino acids and proteins. In carbohydrates, again, we have already given you some important memory hacks to memorize the carbohydrates part. You could watch that. That would give you most of the introduction of carbohydrates, etc. Then lipids. Lipids actually is a very important and very vast topic. I'll give you steroids and derived lipids, which is very important. Then structure and the features of saturated and unsaturated fatty acids. It's very important. Then saponification number as well as iodine number and the significance. This is also very important. These are the things I would ask you to give much more importance. Then hormones, importantly, you need to remember the names of major hormones, like biochemically most important hormones, the name would be most important. Then in enzymes, like these are definitions. This would take only 5 minutes. I'll try to make a video on this enzymes part. And further it will be okay. The other part is enzyme inhibition, that is competitive, non-competitive and uncompetitive. This is also very important. And also vitamins and coenzymes. Vitamins and coenzymes, you could mainly go with the different forms of the vitamin B complex, very important. Then for fat soluble and water soluble vitamins, this also I have done a video previously which gives you the most important way to memorize these things. That's okay. Then in cell chemistry, I would suggest you to give only the concepts of biomolecules, and concepts of biomolecules is very important, like mainly. And also the most important names of all these functions, cell functionals. This is also very important, like the names. I won't ask you to read all the functions, but name and just the function would do in the last few days. Further, the biochemical techniques, gel filtration, this is okay. Then ion exchange and affinity combination, this you can leave for the time being, because you just go through the major concepts of so tomorrow you have one more day. Just revise morning onwards. You could just revise all these topics. This is going to help you. There is no issue if you cannot cover some of these topics, but this all takes only 1 or 2 minutes. These are all just simple equations or definition. Just go through this once tomorrow, and I'm very sure your examination would be really easy in the next day. So thank you so much for watching. I'll be doing the more videos on the different topics in the coming days as promised. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day, everyone. Study very well and all the best.